So hello and welcome back guys to the channel, and in this video guys we are mainly going to be doing an in-depth breakdown of AUD USD pair. Now before we get into it, make sure you do like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Just turn that bell button on for notifications and let's get into it. So in this current chart here, I'm in the daily chart, no replays, this is live price. So with this market being published to us right here, right, we're having a very bearish market. So we started being bearish on AUDUSD ever since this break here, and we're looking to hold. Okay, let's just use the line. Ever since this break here, and we're looking. So this is where market changes its character from bullish to bearish, with this being a very good setup, because we had like a low, a high, a breakdown lower, which means that price was definitely gonna do a retest into where our our supply is on, right? We do have this okay, shit, like this here as our overall move. So lo and behold, price just comes here. So this is like the supply. Price comes here, taps it nicely. So like if you were looking to trade this, okay, so if you were looking to trade this, that's a very good entry zone there, based on your refinements and lower time frame confirmations. But the rest, it is what it is, right? So boom, maybe you're looking to target this low, or maybe this low. So boom, like that was your entry if you are looking to trade that. But that being the case, we did have another break lower with this break right here. So this being the breaker structure, the breaker structure lower, right? So with that being the break, so now we have a what? Okay, let's remove this. So now we have a high, a low, right? And after a low has been broken, we know that price is definitely gonna make a retest, but to where? Our S&D zone, right? Boom. So lo and behold, you do have that supply there being mitigated and price continuing lower. Now with the marking of order flow, in order for us to be certain of what we're doing, so price makes a high, a low, right? A high, a low, a high, a low, right? And then the liquidation of this high with this move here, right? And the liquidation of this high with this move here, probably to do what? To mitigate an unmitigated zone that was holding these lows as liquidity. And which zone is that, right? Lo and behold, this long wick here, as I did say before, that wicks themselves do stand as their own supply and demand zones. And make sure you do watch the supply and demand zone video before getting here, so that you can be aware and get to know what we're doing here with an in-depth understanding. So with that being said, so you have your supply there, that supply being mitigated, lo and behold, that is your most your very probable entry, let's say there at the top, and you're looking to protect yourself there maybe, and you're looking to see price liquidate this low as your overall next liquidity run target. But with this being said, right, so boom, so there's your overall next liquidity target, and we are looking to see now price holding. So you have a high, a low. So we do have, so with this now being our next liquidity run, it also acts as what? As our breaker structure lower, right? Because price has made a high and then broken lower. So you have a breaker structure. With a breaker structure, what do you anticipate next? A pullback to where? To a certain zone that's probably unmitigated, right? So lo and behold, you do have the mitigation of this zone and the absorption of it, right? Because people sold heavily in here, meaning that if people sold here, right, they have their stop losses resting above this supply zone, right? We have tons and tons of stop losses resting above this supply zone. So what this move comes to do is that it just breaks higher, like liquidates all these stop losses, right, with this move called absorption. And if you don't know what absorption is, make sure you have watched the absorption and displacement video before you get here. That will help you a lot into understanding what I just said. So with that being the case, boom, so you have your absorption, you have your low time frame confirmation in there, you have your entry, and you're looking to target this low now as your next liquidity run anticipation, right? Let's remove this. So this becomes, you know, your next liquidity run. Boom. So lo and behold, price shoots down, breaks this. So this now, after this liquidity being run, it becomes a break of structure. So once a break of structure has happened, you anticipate the same thing, right? So because if you have price pushing down, okay, so if you have price pushing down, making that retest and then breaking lower, right, with this break here, what you anticipate is this retest to happen and then the continuation, right? Now where's that retest gonna go into, right? That unmitigated zone. Lo and behold, that's your supply with lower time frame refinements. This supply becomes very valid and very intense. You know, this is like a whole wide zone to trade from. So you do have to know that lower time frame refinement of these zones and how it works in accordance to the zone, right? Without misleading you into you know, like missing an entry. So lo and behold, you do have this as your next liquidity run anticipation from the trade that you got in here. Lo and behold, that liquidity is then run. With that liquidity being run, it becomes a what? A break of structure. So once price has now broken structure, meaning that price made like a high, a low, a high, a low. So with a low being presented, the next thing we're going to anticipate is the same thing, right? To break down a retest. So with this break, you know, we're going to anticipate that retest for price to continue where? Short. So with this being said, what we're anticipating now is that retest. But where is that retest going to go? I'm probably seeing this zone here. Now, why did I pick this zone out of all the zones, right? So boom, you have your supply there. So we do have our most important things that we look at for a zone to be most valid, right? The first, it has to be unmitigated, which is unmitigated, and the second thing, it has to have imbalances, right? These price gaps in here, right? As you can see, there portions of price that haven't yet been mitigated in here. So with price coming back, we know that price is most probably going to head here. Why? First is to, you know, fill those orders that were left unmitigated by smart money, aka mitigate the imbalances, and second is to mitigate the supply zone itself. Lo and behold, I am expecting for price to come here and then give us that lower time frame confirmation to head lower. But until that happens, anything might happen, right? Price can just easily, you know, like come here, lose its bullish momentum and then go down, right? It's all anticipations. So with that being said, let's go now to the 4-hour and look at what entries could we have gotten with this intermediary trend, right? Boom. So let's clear these. Let's clear this too, right? So boom. So price was pushing bullish up until here, where price changed into bearish, right? Boom. So with this break here, price shifted bearish. So with price shifting bearish, we now know that price is definitely going to make that pullback into where. So price chooses to mitigate this, right? Test. Okay, no, it didn't. So price just makes a wake pullback and then drops off. No entries there. No hard feelings. Boom. So what we have is this low being made. With this low being made, okay, yeah, right. So with this low being made, we are anticipating some sort of pullback into where a portion of unmitigated price action. Lo and behold, you do have this zone here. Boom. So that's your supply. So a supply has been mitigated. Lo and behold, this is your entry. Boom, your entry there. Your stop loss is above the high, and you're looking to target the low, right? With that being, you know, your next liquidity run. So price goes until there, your stop loss is hit. I mean, your take profit is hit. Boom. So now we continue, because following order flow, we do know that everything from this high to this low is intermediary price action. It's unconsiderable up until a break of this high, or a break of this high, or a break of this low. So price breaks lower. With this break lower, right, means that price is still continuing bearish. Now, as usual, after a break, right, after a break, we are anticipating a pullback to continue where? Lower. So lo and behold, where's your pullback, right? That's a portion of price that's unmitigated. Boom. So there's your supply. Supply being mitigated, that's your entry. You're looking to target this as, you know, your next liquidity run. So there's your entry. Okay, let's just put this. So there's your entry, that's your stop loss, but you know, we don't really trade like this. This is just a footprint for you guys to follow and see how we do this each and every day. So boom, there you have your take profit being hit. But in this sense, because price in the higher time frame has made a low, we do know that price is gonna, you know, potentially go back somewhere in here to make that pullback, and that somewhere I did expect, I am anticipating to be all the way up here. So with that being the case, we do have a change of character here, but this change of character has been made by what? An overall Wyckoff accumulation setup, right? So with that being said, let's clear these. And okay, I'm not supposed to clear all that. Okay, let's clear these. Boom. So with that being the case, we do now have a very good Wyckoff accumulation being put into place with what? With this right here. So that's your PS, right? This is your selling climax, SC, right? This is your ST, right? This is your, you know, your ST B, right? Your second ST, and finally the what? The spring. And this up here being the overall sign of strength, right? That shift from now a bearish market into a bullish market. So lo and behold, you have your completed Wyckoff schematic, Wyckoff accumulation schematic, and what we're expecting for is that retest to happen for price to continue bullish. Now, my anticipation for that retest is where? Either this area here, I'm looking at these very big areas because, you know, we have lower time frame confirmation, but also this area here, right? So boom, I am anticipating price, you know, to come back down and then, you know, make that shift in the lower time frame before that continuation higher towards the supply zone here, right? So this is my overall anticipation of AUD USD, and this is the end of the breakdown on this pair. And if you don't know what I just did in here, make sure you have watched the Wyckoff videos. That will help you a lot to understand how this whole thing works. So with that being said, I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and also if you do want to join our community and get that premium level of content, make sure you DM us on Instagram at officialgreenpipsfx, and we'll be more than happy to receive you into our community as the poster shows. So that being said, guys, wish you all the best, and until the next one, guys, stay safe and peace out.